Try to start it one more time. Nah, it's working. Caught me right there at the nick of time because I was about to kill you, YouTubes. Alright, let's see, is it still on? Nah, it's showing live. Alright, we good now. Let's charge this. Let's charge this phone. Everything working for me. Let me see. Now my headset done died. Alright. Let's get to it, bro. Oh, let's go. Where we going, cuz? With them Kanye West shirts on. It's not often I go into a game blind. I prefer most of my games that way. Because we got this punch on. The icon displays the rope man canabber. When full, it means the rope is wound in and empty. Okay. Oh. All right. Got it. Oh shoot. I guess never let go of both hands, obvious. Okay. They forced me to go a totally different way. Making me cry like an old man. Okay, I got 3 hitches in the back. Alright. Sleep turning over stones at the old Delta. Harvest to Belay Station for parts. A good catch. That should be enough to reopen the route to the old Cape. Otherwise, it's all smooth sailing. A couple of old lanterns I think I can revive. Folks used to throw this stuff away. Oh, and I finally caught an old knitting machine for Enio, who's been asking for one for cycles. Not in great shape, but we should be able to tinker with it. Still not sure how I'm going to haul it up to low tide though. Note to self, stop doing business with Rim. All he does is dismantle my discoveries and sell them for parts in the heights. He claims to be a repairman, but he's nothing but a foam salesman. That's what. Nani? Okay. Oh, I can't get up there. Uh-huh. Okay. It's replaying. That's what's up. Yeek, how are things at the sawmill? Business has been slow at the restaurant. Almost no one came to the last music night, even though people are climbing down from all over. I know we don't play the shells anymore, but still. I was thinking that adding scaffolding to the side of the upside down cliff might help steer passersby this way. I miss seeing the patio. Can you take care of it? I checked the low tide and everyone agrees. Hey, Mo, listen, these things happen. I hope one day you'll ask me to do something besides taking boats apart to make ladders. Like if I'm free for a romantic dinner or two. Anyway, all good for your scaffolding since the village approves. I don't have much wood to choose from after that new path to the plane I had to build, but I still have a wreck or two left over. I'll get to it when the current allows. Oh, you want? Thanks. You're the best. By the way, do you ever run into old Sonya? I think she's rummaging around in your area right now. If you see her around, do you mind telling her I need a new hob for my oven? Mine's taking on water. In the meantime, set sail for the restaurant. I'm not sure how romantic it would be, but we can always share a half-cooked meal. I did it. Let's see where it was gonna take me. To where? Got it that time. Let's go. It wasn't easy, brother. All right. Hey Bianca, how are things going? How are things down there? I hear your boss sailed off into the horizon. Good riddance. I never liked him anyway. Things here at the hut are pretty quiet. Not many people stop by these days. A seasonal job when there are no more seasons. I'm starting to get bored. You can tell because I've started scratching letters. Tell me something to distract me, won't you? Oh, Ian, I'm so glad to hear from you. Yeah, I'm about as useful as a booyah on dry land, but no surprises there. You've been gone for a while, so maybe you don't know, but everything here is closed except for old Eno's shop. He's still raising his chokehold. Bassa tried to convince him to leave with them. Remember Bassa, the little terror at the back of the classroom? They got caught in quite a gale. It was amazing. No one's dared try it again since. Do you think they're going to keep you on if people stop coming by? You might be seeing more folks soon, though. I came across a classified ad. They're mounting an expedition to explore the crow's nest. I like that, but going off on an adventure with strangers, oh, yeah, I heard something about that. Heading for the clouds, huh? That sounds like quite something. I better stock the hold. I bet they'll come this way. You know what? You should join them. Come see me too. You don't have any excuse since you're out of a job. He he he. It would be a nice change from the few stray travelers that still come by. Hey, the other day another climber got stuck at Weeping Rock Pass. I had to go fetch them. If only you could have seen them. Super enough to eat hay, and they say around here. Okay, it's settled. I'll be waiting for you. Mm. First time. Okay. Hi, Bianca. You must have cast off for who knows where. I went back to the portal relay. Still no water. Surprise, surprise. Sala and Faz are still sorting through everything by hand, and I've gotten roped into helping with deliveries. Me on Pepperback, you can imagine what a sight that is. Even I'm laughing at myself. Still, why not? It's a fresh start, and I quite like seeing the world as the mail comes in. Well, it would be nice if this damn pebble would just change course when I ask it to. I'm telling you, it's stubborn worse than old young. So where do we go next? Oh, ha ha. I'm finally leaving. I'm so happy I couldn't sleep a wink. At the old harbor master's office, a note caught my eye. It sounded like poetry. Expedition to the clouds, seeking hope and water. Join us at 12 octaves, Becca and Arlo Farm, Highland, to journey together. After spending so long marinating and trying to find meaning in life, it'll do me good to see the world, as Ian would say. Hopefully, we'll be stopping by her hut. Just the thought of seeing her again is enough to tell me I'm making the right decision. With any luck, there'll be other adventurers leaving from low tide. I don't want to make my way to the meeting point with the rest of the expedition all by myself. The only time I ever left here was for the harvest festivals when I was just a small fry. So an expedition like this is no small matter. They want to set sail for the clouds. Oh no, my parents, I forgot about them. What am I going to tell them? Hey folks, I'm off on an adventure. See you around if and only if I make it back alive. Of course, Bianca dear. Don't forget to bring snacks. I better not say anything. And I should bring snacks with us. What do people normally take on this type of trip? One thing's for sure. What a journey without a logbook. I've got it covered. I plan to make like the expeditions that set off for the salt plain in search of springs. I'm going to scatter my journal entries along the way for anyone who might come after us, starting with this message. Farewell, my lighthouse. You welcome me with wonder and have kept my company as I ponder too much. You've always been there for me. I'm leaving you to the weave back beaks who will watch over you from the sky. And to watch over this message, I'm leaving one of my creations, Adventure Calls. Oh my gosh. I had it that time. I had an idea for you this time though. I asked Mo for help, but it's no use. The door won't budge. There's no way of knowing how its inner mechanisms work. Does it have anything to do with the lost ocean? Mo isn't much of a handyman either, but you'll think we would have been able to figure it out between the two of us. We had to weigh anchor a date. He said it's true. He did seem rather dressed up to tinker around, rather perfumed too. None of this answers my questions. I've explored you from deck to hold, and I'm no further along than when I started. I still don't know what you could have been used for my lighthouse. Your painting seemed to allude to water falling from the sky, but it's pretty vague. Now what am I supposed to do? That's what's up. That was pretty good. I know I missed something right there, but it's all good. All right. Great. I think that's it. Excuse me. Dear Mete, you probably laugh at what I'm about to say, but I wish I were a choco. Nothing to do but be round, fluffy, and cute. The whole set, sleep long. No job, a non-existential crisis about the future. It'd be more relaxing than going door to door, but someone has to bring the old folks water, and I never would have believed it, but I've grown fond of them. Remember old Coat? She made me listen to and dust off her shell collection. She's just deaf as a post, so someone should listen to them once in a while. She said one of the shells almost crumbled to dust. They miss the ocean just like we do. Are things any better with your family? Are they still upset? No need to tell me if it's too difficult to talk about. I may not be there to support you, but I'm sending waves your way. Ah, that Coco. Still, I admire you. I definitely wouldn't have the patience. Things with my parents are still choppy. They let the ocean disappear, but they don't want to understand what happened. We're not responsible, they always say. They've left for the Cauldron Oasis. They requested the furnaces so they could join some friends of theirs, but spots there are hard to come by. At least things have calmed down for me since they left. I feel as light as can be. Maybe I should go on a trip too. It's octave. We are celebrating the safe return of Expedition 34 to the port. The expedition was led by Corey, who once again braved the horizontal world. We are proud to welcome these children of low tide who are returning with a priceless treasure priceless treasure back among us. The members of Expedition 34 descendants of the celebrated her, Iga and Emi, who were the first to venture out into the Great Plain in search of the lost ocean, walked further than ever before and were finally able to find a new spring after numerous failed expeditions. A fresh start for many villages who've been waiting their turn since the furnaces and fumarolia oasis hit their population limits. A welcome reception will be held next week. The collective of former expeditionaries has made its best seaweed pie. Bring your own beverages. Umbrella Gazette, issue 43, 9 octave and 1/3 after the Jusant. Editorial. In this issue, we'll be taking a look at the creatures that gave this near cylindrical publication its name. Umbrellas. While they've come up before in our issue on endangered tunnel wildlife and in our special expedition, inhabitants of the Great Reservoir, we've never dedicated an entire section to them. It's high time we rectify that. Umbrellas are best known for their slow and majestic flight. However, they begin their lives clinging to rocks. In this first stage of their life cycle, they resemble flowers known as shrinklets. From within the shrinklets come sparks, small glowing creatures that fly through the darkness of the caves and tunnels in groups. How many octaves does it take for a spark to grow into an umbrella? How long do umbrellas live? Has anyone ever seen one die? Much has been forgotten about umbrellas despite them being witnesses to the tower's ancient past. At the time of writing, they've almost completely disappeared. We only know about sparks from children's stories. They're said to kidnap naughty children, and shrinklet sightings are especially rare, only occurring in the remotest tunnels. In the following pages, we've attempted to piece together some facts about them. Did you know, based on information we've gathered from teams of water surveyors who sometimes encounter these creatures on their maintenance rounds and who we are very grateful to, being near sparks makes you feel weightless. So be sure to behave yourself, kids. Let's hope that the drop in activity in recent cycles will give shrinklets, sparks, and umbrellas the peace, quiet, and space they need to thrive. Mm. Logbook 12 octaves at 1 prime after just set. Usually just getting to low tide from my old lighthouse in the expedition for me. It's hard to believe that this time the adventure was just getting started. At the meeting point, I found myself waiting with Mete, a young woman from these parts. Well, younger than me anyway. Her parents have already left, but like other people our age, she wanted to stay. That made ripples with the older generation. Leaving the family nest is no easy thing. I don't know, Mete. Well, but we already have something in common, the widening gap between us and our parents. She seemed relieved to see me. For once, I was lost for words, smiling awkwardly and still red from the exertion of getting there, with my pack all undone and my hair sticking up every which way probably. Nice one, Bianca, not socially awkward at all. But I was just as relieved as she was to know I wouldn't be setting sail alone. To my surprise, old Sword joined us too. I don't think we'd exchanged a single word before now. Will an old schooner like him be able to keep up? Ever since I was little, Soul's always been the old hermit who lives up on high. He used to scare me. He would come down to the port sometimes like a spider sliding down a silk thread. The other kids and I would have fun running away, screaming at the sight of him. Even now, my knees started quaking as I saw him lumbering towards me. We set off as a group of 3, since no one else came to join our crew. I soon realized I'd be worried for nothing, so leads the way an old figure with nimble feet who climbs the cliffs with amazing ease. Mete follows behind, brimming with energy. Suddenly, I feel like the old one. Well, let me through, brother. Oh, what? What's happening here? Pardon me, but I've noticed I've stopped receiving my newspapers. Is there anything I should do? Could this be an oversight on your part? While I'm at it, I should mention that I really enjoyed your article on the Coco Show. As you know, there isn't enough water left for the postal relays to function, and too few pebbles are available to deliver the paper in good conditions. Because of this, the voice of the Ravens team has decided to cease publication. Although our desire to inform our readers is stronger than ever, we haven't yet decided what form our daily paper will take in light of this new situation. Thanks for your feedback on the show. I've always enjoyed covering that event. Let's hope we can get an opportunity to discuss it again one day. When there's no water, everything seems so fragile, doesn't it? That's what's up. pretty. I've never seen so many people coming down from the heights, and some are stopping in low tide. Maybe my situation not so hopeless after all. The ocean provides for a patient heart, as mother used to say. Maybe I finally managed to meet someone. It's been slim pickings here. Apart from old Yum, maybe he makes my heart flip with his dimples, calloused hands, and that plaid shirt he always wears. Yum, the baker, I hope you're joking. I can never tell when you're pulling my leg. Anyway, I'm leaving the tower soon. Sorry, Bassa. I don't know how else to tell you. I wish we could clip our cabineers together like we used to before running around on the old pier. I wish I could convince you to come with me, but that's how it is. I'm crewing up with the neighboring village. They found me a spot on one of their pebbles. We'll see each other again somewhere down on the plain, won't we? Don't be angry at me. I miss your letters. Let's go. Oh my gosh, really? When the sun's out? My gosh. Oh shoot, and they hot. Bro, they don't last long. Logbook 12 octaves in 2 seconds after the Jusant. We did it. I completely wrung out, but we made it in time to join the expedition. There weren't many of us there, barely a handful. Look how peaky the poor thing is. She's shaking like a sewing machine. I felt so far from home, but the tone was more encouraging than mocking. My efforts have been acknowledged and appreciated. I was too out of breath to reply, but a new emotion rose up inside me. I was proud to have made it this far. Still doubled over from the exertion, I looked around at the others. Everyone there had left everything behind to be there. They had a fire in their eyes, a desire to change things, and I was a part of it. That's all it took to fill me with fresh energy. Arlo and Baker welcomed us to their sun-scorched farm with open arms. They were emotional and the mood was solemn. They're the last farmers left in these parts, and they're the ones who put together this expedition. They spent their entire lives trying and failing to fight the drought. Nothing grows on the cliffs anymore, in their own funny sounding words. Not one measly plant grows in these here fields no more. I hope I'm not reproducing the Highfield dialect too badly. Then Becca told us about their wild scheme, setting off for the clouds to find water in the sky. At her words, that murmur rose up from the group. There was talk of how feasible this plan was, how best to go about it, which routes to take and which sections to avoid. Arlo and Becca want to find basilisks, as they're called lower down, enormous creatures made of water that are said to live in the clouds. Basilisks only exist in sleep stores for children. Well, that's what I always thought before embarking on this adventure. They're Arlo and Becca's last hope, and I'm starting to believe in them too. We may have a chance to save the tower. It's up to us to seize it. Bianca. Is moving really the solution? It makes no sense to be leaving the tower. Like the drought's going to fix itself while we're gone. Leaving our parents' field empty to crowd round the watering hole right in the middle of the Great Plains. What then? When your oasis dried up, where will we go then? I don't think this is how we're going to solve the problem. There are other options, if you ask me. What do they say about basilisks? They're carved into the walls whenever you look. Gabe's even seen some in the old paintings. There's talk of them here, that's for sure. Plenty of folks even say the basilisks are the ones who stole our water. We should make sure of that, shouldn't we? We should go up to the clouds to find out. It might be a solution up in those parts, maybe not be. But there still ain't none down on your plane. That's all I'm saying. Come on, Arlo, you can't be serious. Cloud giants, really? Those are nothing but a bunch of tall tales. Common sense tells us to go with the flow, and the flow is going downward. We've been assigned a spring. Yes, it's in the middle of the plane, but it's our last hope, our future. It would be nice if you folks there could see that. Boy, see how fast I moving through that thing, boy. That's what's up. There's so many people climbing down from the heights. I feel like a fish swimming upstream, like in the stories. Before the Jusant, we rose and fell with the tides. I remember hearing the old schooners describe enormous waves, ones that drove people upward with each high tide. They'd never seen the ocean themselves. They were just repeating what they heard from their elders when they themselves were young. But there must have been a grain of truth to those stories, right? The ocean nourished the cliffs, and in return the cliffs nourished the entire tower. Anyway, the inhabitants of low tides set enough store in them to set off in search of the ocean. I wavered too. Should we try to hook the lost water? In a way, yes, but not by going with the flow. I have the answer now, thanks to Arlo and Becca. We need to go back to the source. We shared our shady spot with a man named Zoe. He was on his way down to the plane and tried to convince us to go down with him. Why stay? He didn't understand why we wouldn't go. You won't get nothing out of these fields no more. The earth ain't worth a blessed thing. He grabbed a fistful of dust and held it up as proof. Zoe continued on his way while we prolonged our break, dreading having to go back out in the blazing sun. I refused to believe him. Ever since we set off, I feel like I'm rediscovering the tower, like I've never truly looked at it or listened to it before. My perspective's changing. The higher we go up, I'm sure we're on the right track, Bianca. No, right here. Sada, what's up? Any work for us? Orders are drying up a business at the rope works is far too slow for my liking. I'm starting to get bored. I brushed up on all my knots and I've done the accounting I've been putting off for cycles and dusted all the machines. But now we're stuck twiddling our thumbs. We're not very good at doing nothing. Glad to know there's still someone left on the tower. Sada went with the flow just like everyone else. I don't really see what they're expecting to find in the desert. It's not like the sun's going to budge any more than it does. No need for new ropes, but you're welcome to come by whenever you like. You'll soon get used to doing nothing. You'll see it suits us. Anyway, we have more time for each other. Yes. Oh, boy. That was nice. Hmm. Uh, I did the right thing. Oh no! I got stuck. Let's see your heart and follow your instincts. That's all I can tell you. Go if you must. I won't be going with you. My roots out here. I'm an old man. All I want is to stay on my land at peace with the world around me Farewell, I wish you all the best. I'll go to the old tree for as long as I can, and I cherish your memory as my most prized possession. I'll be sad, but knowing you're out there somewhere will comfort me, a tiny plant growing in the desert. Oh, Grandpa, I'm going to be sad too. I already am. Mama says we'll come back when the sun wills it, but don't believe it. The sun doesn't will it, because if it did, we wouldn't be stuffing everything in the house into flour sacks. I heard the water in the desert steams and is stinky. That's what Tommy says. She's already been there to make sure there's no room for her animals, and she's going back with us. Unky says if you change your mind, you know where to find us. He doesn't want to write to you. He says you made Mama mad and that I shouldn't be writing this. I love you and I don't want to go, but I'm going, so bye, Grandpa. Ease. Woo. That was it. Warning: this journal entry would definitely be too long, but I have so much to say. I got to see me again. I'm so glad I got to drop anchor at her hut. We made up for lost time in the blink of an eye. I almost capsized her when I heard her laugh again. I missed it that much. She started by grumbling about something before shrugging and changing the subject. Just like old times, I found myself chatting endlessly. The words flowed out of me. I told her everything from my parents getting ready to pack up and go to our theories about water in the clouds. Everything got all jumbled up and I could tell my chatter made no sense, but she nodded as though she'd never heard anything more profound. It was about then that I realized the whole team was gawking at us with round fish eyes. Oops. How long had I been standing there talking to Amy right in front of them? I hadn't even set my peg down yet. It was so awkward. This one's long. Emmy gave a frown and barked orders at the assembly group. There was hard tack to prepare for everyone at the hut and mattresses to air out, plus the salt the wind had blown into the corners. Everyone sprang up and got to work without another word. Amy's one tough cookie, that's for sure. Plus, she was armed with a wooden spoon that she was brandishing wildly. A pot was soon set to heat in the sun while Soul swept the floor and all of script place. Amy gave me a wink and I laughed harder than I had in ages. Later on, with our stomachs full and feet bandaged, Amy told us the stories she'd heard from travelers who stopped by her hut. One of them grabbed my attention, the legend of the piper, a musician of old. He was said to have traveled from region to region with his flute to make it rain. I'd never heard tell of it back home, but Arlo and Becca had. Where they're from, they say he celebrate the rain's arrival rather than making it rain. When comes the water, dances the piper. I'm writing to keep my hands occupied, but I can't settle down, as though staying busy will delay our departure. I've already rewound all my rope and checked on my pack. I brought way too many things aboard, and in this heat besides. Maybe I don't need these 3 teapots or my favorite flower pots at all. I couldn't just leave them behind, but I know I can't go on like this. I'm entrusting them to you, Amy. I hope they bring you as much comfort as they brought me. I hope to see you again one day. I'm your crewmate, always, Bianca. I haven't even bothered planting anything. What's the use? It breaks my heart to see the crops dying on the vine one by one and being powerless to stop it. I fought the sun long enough. I'd rather quit now than break my back for nothing. I don't know what I'm going to do. Lead a farm probably. Finally pay you a visit maybe. Is the little one already climbing? To think that I still haven't met her yet. Maybe throwing in the towel isn't such a bad thing after all. Oh no, I'm sorry. What an awful situation you're in. But yes, come for a visit. We'll gladly make room. The little one just started preschool. Can you believe it? She's growing so fast. She's incredible. You'll see. With each passing sleep, she learns something new. When I'm with her, I feel like I'm rediscovering the world around me. She gives me hope again. I should warn you, though, she could be a handful. Excuse me. We know each other. Our parents know each other. I see you suffering. We're doing our best to divide the little water we have left here between us. The largest farms have been given priority. They use the most water since they feed the most people. I agree with what you say about needing to change the way we do things. We can't go on like this. It's not sustainable for you. You don't stand a chance compared to the big guys. We should convince them to share, pool our resources. Do you think that's possible? I'm not sending you water, but I am sending you courage, Joe. Hey, Ons, have you seen the latest posters? The one that say to eat more salt to quench your thirst? Together, let's save water. Salt your food. Water saved today is water drunk tomorrow. It made me think of you. They're taking it too far. We're supposed to drink less while they use up all the water in the Great Basin to water those sun-scorched fields of theirs. Yeah, I saw it. Every little bit counts. Honestly, that have they got no shame? It's always the same with them. But I'm sure working out well for the store. I never seen so many customers, even though most of the villages are already abandoned. I'm running low on pickleweed, hearth salt, and rock salt. I'm even out of plain flakes, though they're pretty bland and not what I recommend at this point. I'm going to have to start selling my personal stash. Hmm? Well, we're leaving the tower. The village has been given a date. I can't quite believe it. I still think about our dance. The last festival already seemed so long ago. It was so nice to forget about all this for a sleep. I didn't realize it at the time, but I think at some point I'd given up. But then your laughter, the dizziness after that long waltz, the way you stepped on my feet, the way your cheeks glowed. I don't know how to ask you this, but you want to come with me? Journey through life on the same pebble? I'm sorry, I know it's short notice, but but now I care enough to be afraid of what I could miss out on if I don't send you this message. I hope you get it, Keith. Oh no. I don't know why she couldn't grab that last. Man, I don't know how I made that one. is with parents and the ocean. That's all they talk about. We have to explore the Great Plain, go further, cross the oceanic ridges, find the ocean, blah, 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 blah. Fine, set sail for the desert if you want, but why should I have to come along too? They're getting on my nerves. Honestly, I'm kind of scared. I bet I'll be get dizzy. Walking horizontal, no thanks, not for me. So that's it, Neil. You're leaving. I wouldn't mind going off on an expedition instead of marinating in this old place. It's so boring here. You have no idea. I can't take it anymore. If I have to roast, at least let me roast in the desert where things are happening. Plus, if you found the spring, nobody's found the spring, bro. I think on next save point, I'm gonna save because I'm hungry. Shoot, we did it. Oh, what the heck? All right. GG's. That was pretty good. We'll finish the rest of it tomorrow. I think we're halfway through with it, or at least more than halfway. And we'll finish it tomorrow. All right, man. I'm finna get out. I was in the Discord. Yep, I'm finna get out. I hope everybody have a good night. And we'll hang out some tomorrow morning, man. I'm about to go eat.
Is that Callie on the beat?